I'm really sad Ryuko didn't say one thing that made the game even worse. What's good, everybody? So we're gonna be reacting to Ryuko Sensei's video. Honkai Star Rail is the worst game I've ever played. Here's why. This has been the talk of the town for the past couple days. I'm finally getting to it. And I'm very curious to what Ryuko Sensei has to say. I'm gonna be straight up transparent with all of you. I'm pretty good friends with Ryuko Sensei. We talk basically all the time, sometimes every day. I love this dude so much. I have heard him rant about Honkai Star Rail for literally 5 months. I could probably write his own script for him, the amount of times I've heard him talk about Honkai Star Rail. But regardless, we're gonna watch this whole thing and see exactly what he has to say and his exact points. And I'm really excited for him to shit on Penacony, because I'll be real, I agree with most of his takes on Honkai that I've already heard. So I'm excited to see this. She said it on stream. No take back. She loves me. I do love you, Ryuko. I do. All right, here we go. Subscribe. Yo, who wants to have sex? All right.
I can't. I just can't anymore. I feel like I'm going insane hearing this all the damn time. Honkai Star Rail is amazing. Not like that shit Genshin.
It's good. Penacony is the best patch I've ever played. You can't take it back.
Penacony, more like Pikacony. Am I right? No, you're not right. In fact, you are absolutely wrong. Now hear me when I say this, and I'm speaking to you. Yes, you.
Me?
Specifically you.
Me?
Honkai Star... This gets closer. Honkai Star Rail fucking sucks.
No, it's a great game.
Yes, science.
Now let me explain. First of all, do I even play Honkai Star Rail? Yes, kinda. I mean, I log in.
Okay, video already disregarded. He said yes, then kinda. Okay, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't know what he's talking about, trash. Bro doesn't know what he's talking about, trash. He only stares at women. That's it.
Do my dailies, stare at Kafka, do the simulated universe each week, stare at Hanya, and have slowly been building up my characters. I started back around mid-March after watching the 2.1 live stream about all the new rewards after the anniversary. Hashtag Genshin could still never. And I wanted to quickly grind up through all the content from 1.0 all the way through to 2.1 to get Acheron. Because I'm a disgusting little simp that wants her to step on my I got Sparkle, Dr. Ratio was in my...
Okay, Ryuko wants to be stepped on. Brilliant. You heard that, chat. You heard that. Any women out there, step on his nuts. There we go. You got a man for you right there. Bro doesn't even keep up with the meta. Yeah, bro doesn't even keep. Okay, listen. I'm pretty sure Ryuko can't 3-star MOC 12. I'll tell you that. I know for a fact bro can't 3-star MOC 12. But there we go. It is what it is.
My inbox, as well as all the free pulls. The introduction to the game was really fun and engaging. I enjoyed playing through the Herta space station and...
Actually, that's a good point. If you can't 3-star MOC 12, you're not allowed to have an opinion if Honkai Star Rail is good or shit. Sorry, I don't make the rules.
Pretty much everything on Belobog, especially Cocolia. Huh? I thought you said Honkai Star Rail sucks. You're glazing it harder than a Krispy Kreme donut right now. When are you gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. Shut the fuck up. It had good design, action, pacing. The story wasn't too simple, but still easy to follow. There was a good balance of puzzles,
Cocolia fight was so good.
Story all woven together well to make the storytelling experience really enjoyable with a fantastic soundtrack and an amazing finale with the Cocolia fight. And then we get to Zhanzhou Luofu. No one really likes that area. Just wait until you get to Penacony. Zhanzhou Luofu wasn't the worst. Definitely a step down from the massive high that we got after the end of Belobog, but on the whole...
This is a hot take. A lot of people who play Honkai think that the Luofu is the worst thing in the world. They think it sucks more than hot garbage. A lot of people think Luofu sucks more than hot garbage. I personally liked it because I liked the direction that the characters were going to. They built it up pretty nicely. There were a couple of moments where it felt like a bit long-winded and they could have shortened it and made it a bit more exciting, but the ending was pretty good. But I was disappointed with the fights between like the quintet or whatever you want to call it, like the Jingliu versus the Abibidilune versus the Blade and the Jingyuans. Like, I wanted more of their involvement together throughout the Luofu, and we didn't particularly get that. And they built up the Danhang and Blade thing, and then it kind of fell flat on its face, and I was really disappointed in that. But you know, if they fixed that, I would have felt a lot better about it. But I like the Luofu. The reason why it could feel kind of mid is because we didn't get the full story, right? We didn't get the full story. But now in 2.4, 2.5, we kind of went back and fixed some of the issues that I had, but it still wasn't enough, but it is what it is.
I don't actually mind Jonjo Luofu. It was an interesting world with a completely different vibe. The music was good, the puzzles were fun and interesting, and we got new lore. The thing that really dragged it down, in my opinion, was the unnecessary jargon for relatively simple concepts.
I'm here to witness the divination of the Matrix of Prescience.
You're here to read her mind and get some information out of her. I need to witness the divination of the Matrix of Prescience. Just speak fucking English, goddammit. But whatever, like I said, putting aside the random jargon and exposition.
I believe we are dealing with the so-called disciples of Sanctus Medicus. The Cienjo has the...
I mean, we know what the Xianzhou. There's nothing wrong with the Xianzhou. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus. I don't know if I entirely agree that that's too much jargon. I feel like playing through the story, that wasn't complicated at all, or too much jargon. I think there's other jargon that could be referenced that is more offensive to what the point is being made. But I don't think the disciples of Sanctus Medicus or the Xianzhou is a problem. It's literally the fleet. It's the alliance. I don't really think that's a problem, personally.
Blessing of the Rainbow Arbiter and the Ambrosial Arbor's dove.
The Ambrosial Arbor was felled thousands of years ago.
It wasn't
I do find it so funny that they have to like double text up and be like, we mean this thing specifically. We mean this thing specifically. I do agree. That's very funny. It's very funny. Oh, the Ambrosial Arbor, the relic. Yeah, that's quite funny.
Worst area I've ever been to. Oh no, that crown undeniably goes to Penacony. Okay, come here. Closer. A little more. A little closer. Fuck Penacony. I have never had a worse gaming experience in my life. And I've been
I mean, in your life, is that a stretch? I'm sure you've played a far worse game than going through Penacony. I'm trying to think of a game. I'm trying to think of a game that is worse than the experience of Penacony. I'll be real, I don't play bad games. My mind's going blank. No? Oh, okay.
Playing games since I could hold a controller. I can remember playing Sonic the Hedgehog on the original Sega Mega Drive back when I was about 3 or 4 years old. I didn't get far.
Oh no, there is a worse game. Harry Potter. Oh my god, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. That one was shit. And then the Harry Potter Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2 video game. They were the worst games that I've ever seen, ever played. They were terrible. They were worse than shit. They are objectively worse than Penacony. That's what I'm saying. That's one game that is worse than Penacony. Yep.
I was a kid. I just like seeing the spinny ball go zoom. Anyway, my point is I've been playing games for a long ass time. And never in my 35 years on this planet have I raged at just how mind-numbingly boring Penacony is. And yes, I am including that Aranara quest from Genshin. Still not as bad as Penacony.
Okay, I think that's a stretch. Okay. I do think that's a stretch. I do think, yeah, listen, I think that's a stretch. That's a stretch. The Aranara quest is the worst. The side quest is worse. I stand by it. No, the Aranara quest is worse than Penacony. No, it is. That is, bro. It's 11 hours. It's 11 hours of... You're saying 11 hours of unvoiced shit is worse than Penacony. Your main gripe about Penacony is the yapping that's voiced. The Aranara quest didn't even have a good plot to it, and it was unvoiced, and it was long. How is that not worse? How is that not worse?
Okay. Bellabug was good. Jonjo Luofu wasn't bad, but then it just dives off a cliff with Penacony. The biggest problem with Penacony is that it's just not fun. Like, at all. You literally cannot do a single thing for the first hour and a half where you get to that one battle that takes about a minute to clear. And after that, you're right back to yapping for another 48 minutes with literally nothing to do but run around with Firefly doing real important stuff like roulette, ice cream, and bubble pinball, I guess.
Listen, ice cream's important, bro.
Oh, got another battle. That's another 1 minute of something, I guess. Against a fucking trash can.
But it's part of the lore. We love trash. We love trash.
Turn-based action RPG game. So 2.0 takes about 5.5 hours to complete.
Oh my god, no heart. I'm gonna ban you. CC Showdown. In the right corner, we have Captain L-Take. In the left corner, we have Ryuku Base Sensei. Alright, okay, bet. Let's go right now. Let's go right now, bro. You think I have a bad take? Oh my god, holy old model. Holy old model. Alright, there we go. Oh wait, shit, you can't see it. Oh fuck, it doesn't even appear. Wait, hold up. It doesn't even work. Alright, never mind, it's not working today. Wait, never mind, I fucked up. I fucked up, never mind. I'll set up for next time. My bad.
Right? Keep in mind this is about the same amount of time it took for us to complete the entirety of Bellabog. And this is just the introduction to Penacony. So yeah, 5.5 hours, and of that you spend a grand total of 9 minutes, 24 seconds.
Ryuku, I'm gonna ban you from my chat, Ryuku.
2.85% of the time.
Yeah, that's
insane.
That's insane. 2.8.
If you're not constantly fighting, is that what you're trying to say? No, not at all. I don't need it to be 100% fighting all the time. Hell, I don't even need it to be 50%. But less than 3% is not nearly enough. I didn't hate everything though. There's the interactive section with Firefly. That was alright. Took about 15 minutes though. Then there's a time that we're in the dreamscape. This is the only area in Penacony that I actually enjoyed. This is what we were promised in the beginning with that whole scene with Acheron. And when we were there, I immediately felt a major shift in tone and storytelling that was completely absent so far. Okay. Right, I'm guessing this is where the story gets good. At least I'm hoping. Too bad we were only there
because I liked the beginning of Penacony. I actually really liked because we were in the polar car. We went into this like dream and we met Acheron. And then that was really cool. Like, it was really mysterious. It kind of piqued my interest in what was going on. That bit before we actually got to Penacony itself, I thought was really cool. I thought it was really cool. So, yeah, the dreamscape stuff was the best bits about Penacony, absolutely. And we didn't have enough of it, totally.
For about 45 minutes, max. Most of the time, you can't really do anything but go to the next dialogue location and sit around watching people yap. How much yap, you ask? Again, I timed it. 3 hours, 49 minutes, and 36 fucking agonizing seconds of yap. Out of 5 hours and 17 minutes of story, might I remind you. And at the end, the big twist, the big reveal is that Robin is dead.
Oh no!
That only had 3 minutes and 43 seconds of screen time this entire quest?
That is insane. That is insane. No, that's crazy. That's crazy. 4 minutes of screen time? 4 minutes of screen time. Oh no, she's dead. Oh, poor Robin. Poor Robin. Oh, whatever are we going to do? Oh, sweet, sweet Robin. Oh, sweet Robin. What are we going to do without you, my lovely woman?
That girl? We were supposed to care that she died? Her own song has a longer lifespan than she does. Seriously, why was I supposed to care? Then on to 2.1.
I agree. Why do we give a fuck?
Story, right? Wrong. Oh, this quest. This fucking quest. Oh my god. It pissed me off so much I was about ready to punch through my desk. I thought 2.0 was bad, but I had absolutely no idea about the mind-numbing torture I was about to get myself through. Looking back on it, I would rather French kiss a Dementor than go through.
That's insane. That's crazy. You'd rather. I don't think you would. Once again, Ryuku L, not for L take, but for Ryuku lies. Ryuku's lying. He would not rather get French kissed by a Dementor. That's just wrong. Typical Slytherin lying right there. Typical Slytherin lying. That's crazy. Fucking would? No, you're a liar. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. What the fuck you mean? It's kind of hot. I'd rather die.
Through all this again. The quest is just less than 6 hours long, and 4.5 hours of that is nothing but pure fucking yap. Shut up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck. There was a total of about 24 minutes worth of fighting. 13.5 minutes of those weren't necessary to the story at all. 45 seconds were necessary to the story. And the last 11 minutes were the fight against Aventurine. You spent more time staring at static images listening to people talk about deep pop.
Bro, I hate it. This was the worst part about Penacony. This right here, all of this was the fucking worst shit. I crashed out on my fucking stream going through this shit. I was so bored. I was so tired. It was so shit. I didn't want to do it. It sucked. I agree. This bit sucked the most out of Penacony. I hated it. 2.1 was the worst because of this. This is specifically why I say this bit was the worst. I hated it. I hated it. It was bad. It was bad. Look at those tits. I mean, yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. The Jade who owns a pawn shop has tits and a whip. Oh, crazy.
And very important theological stuff you have no idea about. What do you mean? It made sense. I followed it. Were you even paying attention to the story? Yes. Yes, I
He kind of went a bit Welsh. Are you even paying attention to the story?
Was, actually. I didn't skip a single line of dialogue. I was a good little boy and I took it all in. And all this stuff that went on about in Penacony made
I'm sure he took it all in. I'm sure bro loves take... Okay, anyway.
Literally no fucking sense. For a new player, that is. Here's the thing. A lot of the stuff being talked about in Penacony, you have to play through the simulated universe several dozen times. You have to have gone through all the different encounters and read through all the dialogue trees there are to understand what was going on.
I don't think that's 100% true. I don't know if... I think you do have to have some experience with the simulated universe. I don't think you have to... Yo! Noha! Thank you for stuff for the regash you. Thank you for that. Thank you. I don't think you have to do it multiple times to understand. And you don't have to read everything to understand. But I do think the players, in some way, capacity, have to have some level of understanding of, like, the harmony or some of the Aeons, right? I do agree, and I do agree they should have incorporated that a bit more into the main story, because it's important. It's important. I don't think you have to do it multiple times, but including more to the main story, sure.
Can I get some peace and quiet today? Holy shit. All this stuff about the hunt this, harmony that, nihility, emanators, jippe, etc, etc. All of that was hardly even mentioned, let alone explained in the main story. Like, at all. And maybe I'm a little bit naive for thinking this, but I think...
Penacony's story, you need to know some of the story of Honkai and Pathstriders if you want to enjoy it. I think that's a crazy take. I don't think that you have to know... In order to enjoy it, you have to know Honkai and Pathstriders. I don't think that's true at all. But I do think now, especially going into 3.0, if you don't know Honkai and Pathstriders lore, your experience of the next patch is going to be drastically reduced. And I'm really fucking worried about that. I'm genuinely worried and I'm genuinely concerned. And I might make a video about it because I think that's concerning. The fact we have to play multiple other games to actually enjoy the story for the next patch is wild. And that shouldn't be the case. It's not good.
I think if something is going to be talked about in the story, it should be properly introduced and explained in the story. Wild concept, I know. Also, another hot take here. But I thought the main story quest was supposed to, you know, follow the main character. The majority of 2.1...
That's literally what everyone said about Penacony. Really? I ain't buying it this time either. That's what I said about Penacony. Listen, I played Penacony when 2.2 came out. I played it all in one go. I already knew about Raiden, May, and Welt from Honkai and Pathstriders. So maybe I'm part of the problem in that regard.
Was from the perspective of someone that I could literally not give two flying fucks about. Aventurine.
I hate him. Aventurine sucks.
God. In 2.0, he was on stream for a total of, like, say, 30 minutes. Most of the time, he was being a dick. And in 2.1, he's supposed to spend most of the time in his point of view, following
Cody.
talking about things that we don't know, doing things we don't care about, talking to NPCs we're going to forget about. Why was this in the main story quest?
Ryuko, you're so mean! I literally said I liked you earlier, and now you're saying,
the longer I was
screw
forced to play as this golden-haired fuckboy with freshly shaved testicles on his chest.
It's
well,
a
it's supposed to
heart.
serve his motivations for the final battle, and yeah. And character story quests exist exactly for this reason. What they should have done is saved all of that for a quest that we have to do after we, Trailblazer, go through our own story. Go through that, make Aventurine seem like the villain.
Okay, here. Okay, this is another spicy cap take. This is another spicy cap take. I think it's okay to have a character and and their motivations be involved in the story. I don't think we needed it to the extent that we did for, like, Aventurine's past necessarily in the story. I do agree that could have been more of a side character quest, but I think it's okay for characters' motivations to be discovered if it's crucial to the main plot. If it's crucial to the main plot, then yes, it's fine. I think for Aventurine, a certain amount of it was, but I think a lot of it could have been saved for a character story. So I half agree. It was way too long. They could have cut like half of it out, put it as a character side story. But I think some of his character was essential for the actual main plot to continue, right? He's a main character of the cast. So it makes sense. But yeah, I still agree.
Have the big fight with Aventurine, yada yada yada. Then we have a character story quest unlocked where we flash back to go through all of Aventurine's stuff. That would recontextualize how we see him as a character and put everything in a new light. If you're familiar with Harry Potter, you'll understand what I mean. We go through that story thinking Snape is a bad guy out to get Harry. It's not until far into the later books that we get his backstory, and it completely changes how we see him as a character and his actions in the story so far. If we had known that...
Okay, this is also where I kind of disagree.
Story before all of this, it would have ruined many narratives and plot twists. Now back to Honkai.
Okay, here's another thing. Character companion stories, Ryuko is assuming that people will do Aventurine's backstory. And a lot of people won't do it day one when it comes out, right? People won't do it. So there will be a lot of people who might completely not play Aventurine's backstory and then continue to play the main story. Then they won't understand the context of the main story, right? This is why I kind of disagreed, because it's hard then to understand where it was coming from. I think Aventurine should have been reduced. I don't think it should have been removed, because you don't know that people are going to play his side character story. You don't know that. So they're not actually going to get the full experience of what you're supposed to feel during the main story, which is the most important thing. So I disagree here. Make it shorter, make it better in the main story, and then have a separate side companion quest that gives you some more details. Would have been better. But don't remove that completely. I think some of that was important.
Star Rail. So putting aside all the event dream stuff, we spent about 2.5 hours as Trailblazer, and what we were doing? Going from one location to another to stand around talking. Most of the dialogue is basically recapping what we just went through in 2.0. That is until the bar sequence. Quick question. What was the fucking point of that bar sequence? Did I miss something? Like, Shaban is hot and all. Don't get me wrong.
We just want to experience Penacony.
Right? Seriously, what was the point? Just to set up that drink mixing minigame? Okay.
The drink mixing minigame was dog shit. Why was
no
the
sense
point of that?
at all. HoYoverse, listen, I get that you want to
It
make
adds world building.
Experience.
It adds world building.
Movies, but to do that, you've got to learn a thing or two about, you know, cinema. Having people stand around talking for several minutes at a time with no changes in angle, character focus, zero character movement, or anything like that is just not interesting.
You know, you could flesh out a character in a couple of lines. I mean, yeah. What? What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? What?
At all. And that's when they're trying. Like I mentioned before, there were way too many static shots or just straight up black screens in this patch. And here's the golden rule for cinematic
far too many. Far too many.
Show, don't tell.
Yep.
In fact, there were a total of 35 minutes and 54 seconds
this
of
is for
scenes
all
with static
gachas.
Images, whereas a grand total of 24 minutes, 7 seconds actually in battle. At this point, Honkai Star Rail is the equivalent of Love and Deep Space, a visual novel with minor gameplay aspects, which is fine for lads because that's what they marketed themselves as. Can't say the same.
He did that for me. That was for me. He did that for me. He told me that was for me.
With Honkai Star Rail. And this tell don't show style storytelling, using that word very loosely, continued into 2.2 as well. I think you can tell what I'm going to say about this patch too. Too much yap, not enough gameplay at all. Not a single battle for 3 whole hours, and that only lasted a couple of minutes too. In fact, there was one whole 15-minute section of nothing but black
that was annoying,
static images.
Bro. That was so annoying. Oh, it was so bad. It was so bad. It was so bad.
Imagine watching an episode of your favorite anime and it was just literally 1 or 2 pictures for the entire runtime. But at this point, I knew what I was kind of getting myself into, so let's just take it for what it is. Maybe I'll enjoy it more that way. Nope, but it's not as bad as Genshin. At least you don't have to listen to Paimon. Who needs Paimon? They do the exact same thing in Honkai Star Rail too. Repetitious,
March 7th is Paimon, by the way.
Things we don't care about.
March 7th is Paimon.
Maybe it's not as annoying as Paimon's high-pitched screeching. But what is telling us about how Robin got shot in the neck? Again.
Oh my god. Oh, the Charmony Dove. Oh, the Charmony Dove. Oh, the Charmony Dove. Oh, stop.
Too much tell, not enough show. Why aren't we seeing it? Now, I don't mean to go the full PG-13 route or anything like that. I mean, think of the children. But they could have done it in a way where we take control of Robin for a short period of time, where we see her helping the civilians. We see the war-torn location, the desolation,
the despair,
the tragedy, and Robin trying to be the shining ray of light, the song of hope for the people. We see her going around, helping people, and see hope return to their faces because of her. Then at the end, we can get a scene in the evening. The sun is setting, Robin's in the distance, backlit beautifully, leaving only a black silhouette. Then we hear a gunshot and we see her fall to the ground. Fade to black. Cinema. Pure fucking cinema. We could have done all of that in about a 20 or 30 minute sequence. Reuse assets from Bellabog or something. It's not that hard. But no, we get Sunday yapping about it for several minutes, speaking in such a monotone drawl that I almost fell asleep.
Now you understand why she always wears such a lab.
Bro, everyone talks at 0.25 speed in these games. Everybody. Oh, I just saw thunder outside. Oh, it's thunder and lightning outside. Holy shit. Sorry, I just saw a bright flash in front of me. Bro, it's fucking lightning. Bro, everyone talks at 0.25 speed in HoYoverse games. It pisses me off. It's like the VAs are contractually obligated to speak slowly. Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornaments, don't you? Why?
Elaborate neck ornaments, don't you?
This was supposed to be his biggest motivating factor. This is why he was drawn to Order, and he talks with such apathy about the whole entire thing. His entire story is about him wanting to protect his sister, to keep her in a cage for her own protection, and she wants to be free despite the danger that might come to her. I'll give this to 2.2 though. It did start to explore interesting philosophical concepts with this plotline.
It did.
Bringing up the question of the
no, get off my screen!
Protected from harm, or is it better to be free even
get off my screen!
The whole thing between Robin and Sunday is that their relationship is much like the bird in the cage flashback that was just brought up, and it was genuinely interesting. Well, it was the first.
Jesus, some wild nitpicks. What do you mean by that? What do you mean some wild nitpick? Are you saying complaining about the Charmony Dove is a wild nitpick? Because I'll be honest, no one fucking liked how many times they brought it up. No one like, if you're talking about the speed, I think that's also a very fair thing to say. I don't think that's nitpicky. The speed people talk, I disagree that it's nitpicky when it's literally what you have to experience. How is it nitpicky when it's literally what we experience constantly through the game? It's not nitpicky. It's literally the whole game. It's the whole game. It's not a nitpick. It's the whole game. It's literally the whole thing. A nitpick would be like, oh, this tiny little thing about it. The dialogue is 99% of the game. It's the opposite of a nitpick. It's like it's a point. It's a big point.
First time we heard it, but the amount of times they bring it up and not do anything with that concept until the very end just got annoying. I wasn't the only one that noticed this either. Even now there are people making Chominy Dove memes. I could go on about all the other things like how nobody seems to speak like a regular human being.
True.
Still unwilling to reveal your true identity?
It's not that I don't want to.
Bro, this is the part, this exact scene that he's putting out sent me through a loop. I hated it. I hated it so much. This, and when Acheron is talking to Venturine, when she like quote unquote ends him, right, was so bad. The amount of metaphors they speak it is so awful.
I can't. I've come so far, and I can't sum up all of that in just a few words.
Not to mention that a lot of the dialogue sounds like it was written by an edgy 13-year-old
Yep.
trying to be deep. Why does life slumber? You're fucking kidding me with that line.
True. It tries to be clever and it's
People think
not.
that's deep?
It's
Yeah,
really
okay,
not.
Whatever. And other issues that aren't really Honkai Star Wars specific, like the single choice dialogue options or the illusion of choice, where you have like several options, but they all say practically the same thing.
That's
and
all
leads
gacha.
to no
A lot of
changes
these
at all
gachas
in
do
the
that.
dialogue
It's the
tree.
same
Like,
thing.
what is the point? But at
It's the
this
same
point, I
thing.
think I'd be kicking a dead horse. On the whole, I think the gameplay and story in Honkai Star Rail is good. What do you mean it's good? You've just been ranting about it this whole time. Now, listen to what I'm saying. The gameplay is good. The story is good. The storytelling is absolute horseshit. It doesn't matter if you think Honkai Star Rail's gameplay is the best that gacha games can be. It doesn't matter if the story is the best thing out there either. Now hear me out. You can have the most delicious kernel of corn in the world. This corn tastes so good it can change your life, and you'll never taste anything better than it in the entire world for the rest of your life. But if that kernel of corn is encased in a giant dog turd, I don't care how good it tastes, I'm not fucking eating that shit.
Damn it.
Sure, the corn might be good, but getting there was an absolute nightmare.
Yes,
and I have the
Ryuku seems
aftertaste
like
of
he's
dog shit
crashing
in my
out,
mouth.
bro.
No thanks.
Yeah, he's crashing
I'm
out
good.
so hard.
I've been meaning to play through 2.3, 2.4, 2.5, and 2.6, but I just physically cannot get myself in the mindset of I'm about to put myself through torture right now. I'm
will hate
about
all
to
of
put
them.
myself through torture. This is going to hurt. This is going to be painful. I am going to kill myself. But why do I feel like this and the rest of the gacha community still raves about how good Honkai Star Rail is? Best storytelling? Are you kidding me? This is what I think it is. The people who think Honkai Star Rail is good are those who jumped on Honkai Star Rail from day one. They've been playing it every day, piecemeal, and they haven't noticed the gradual decrease in quality, like a frog in boiling water. If a
I like
frog
this
is put in
analogy.
boiling water, it would
I like this
immediately
analogy
jump
a
out.
lot.
But if the frog is in cold water and you slowly increase the temperature, it won't notice the danger and it will be cooked to death. You're cooked. You are quite literally
We're all cooked! Chat, we're
cooked! Mother
cooked!
scientists say that
We're
due to
so
some
cooked!
manipulation, the frogs will still jump out, so you're actually wrong. George?
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut the...
Thank you, George. Even though I enjoy story-focused terms...
Pre-watched? Bro, I have heard him say all of this a million times. I have heard Ryuku say these for like 5 months straight, including the frog analogy. He said that a few days ago. I was talking to him on stream a few days ago and he said it.
turn-based action RPGs, and I do. My favorite game of all time is Final Fantasy VIII, followed closely by Final Fantasy X. I just can't bring myself to drudge through dogshit storytelling like in Honkai Star Rail anymore. Even if I like the gameplay, as basic as it is, it's not worth it if it's only 5% of the game as a whole. No, wait, sorry, 3%. Almost gave it too much credit there. Fun but scarce gameplay, interesting core story ruined by terrible writing. Seriously, does anybody talk like a regular human?
No.
Just one.
No.
I just need one person,
No.
please. Atrocious exposition, repetition, jargon, and a lot left unexplained.
5 months of generational hating. True. The thing is, it's true.
This is what 90% of Honkai Star Rail is right now. And even if the rest of the 10% is all good, all great even, 90% is still the vast majority. And that's why I say, as a whole, Honkai Star Rail fucking sucks ass. Hey guys, just something I want to say.
I want to add something. I'm really sad Ryuku didn't say one thing that made the game even worse. Ryuku, there's one big thing that happened that you didn't mention that I really feel like would have struck a lot of people too. Okay, so I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it on behalf, right? Hold up. Alright, here we go. Trailblazer is fucking useless during Penacony. He is useless. You could swap him with anybody and you would get the same result. The main character of the game itself, us who's supposed to fight in Aeon, does fucking nothing in Penacony. We mean nothing. We do nothing. It doesn't, I feel like he didn't, apart from Firefly, apart from us interacting with Firefly, Trailblazer felt kind of useless. It did. It did. I'm not expecting us to go the Wuthering Waves route and everything revolves around Trailblazer, but it really felt, apart from Firefly, we were a kind of a bystander to everything that was going on. And it is what it is. What do you mean he was blazing that trail of the devil's cabbage? Trailblazer was fucking worthless throughout the story. It was literally just a grey-haired camera POV. Yeah. Like, Belobog, we were very much involved. Penacony, we were involved with Firefly, but outside of that, outside of our sexual relations and coitus with Firefly, we didn't really do that much as a character. You know what I mean? It just kind of is what it is. It was Boot Hill did more for the ending of Penacony than we did, right? Boot Hill summoning his galactic rangers. Also, Boot Hill did fuck all too. I love Boot Hill. He's fun. He's a great character design. He's hot as shit. But we got like an hour of Boot Hill dialogue only for him to have one plot device in the whole thing. It just felt, it's weird. It was weird. Bushy Hill, exactly. Paimon's, yeah, bro, it is. Trailblazer was there to date Firefly. That's literally it. We were there to date Firefly and that was really it. You know what I mean? We didn't really get anything else about the MC. We didn't really learn much more about ourselves. That's really how it went. I wish you would have mentioned that in the video, but yeah, bro, that pissed me off so much too.
To everyone out there, if you like Honkai Star Rail, just keep in mind that this is not a personal attack on you for liking that game. I'm not going to say
no, I'm attacked. I'm attacked, Ryuku. I'm attacked. How dare you? How dare you?
But these are the reasons why, personally, I don't like this game, and I just needed to get them off my chest for everyone to hear, because very often I hear people say that they like Honkai Star Rail, I say I don't, and they say why. And whenever that comes up now, I can just point to this video and say, just watch this and you'll understand why. As I mentioned before, there's a lot to like about Honkai Star Rail. Like the game design, the character design, the music is amazing.
True.
The finale cutscenes and all that. I really enjoy all.
HoYoverse should just become an animation and music company and leave the gameplay to the good games, like Wuthering Waves. Just being, just say, I'm kidding. That's a joke, by the way. That's a joke. If you can't tell, it's a joke.
Those, but when it comes to actual core gameplay itself, in comparison to how much of it we actually get in this game, I don't think it measures up. And the further we go along in Honkai Star Rail, the further I feel like HoYo just doesn't really want us to play this game like at all. Like, yeah. With the whole auto battling system, it's very useful. It's very convenient as well. So don't get me wrong on that.
It doesn't sound like a joke.
Should I say the lack of combat or the lack of gameplay in the actual story itself, combined with more recent characters such as Akron using her skill to instantly get rid of the other mobs as well, it just feels like more and more they're just giving us more reasons not to do the thing that we came to this game to do in the first place.
True.
Does that make sense? And I'm sure I'm going to hear some people say, well, just don't use Akron then. Well, that's, first of all, that's completely missing the point. Second of all, you realize that when you say that, when you're talking like that you sound like the people that are defending Genshin.
Just quit the game. Just quit the game. Also, it's a gacha game. You can't expect gacha stories to be good. Yeah, you can't expect gacha stories to be good in the cinema. Shut the fuck up. That's the most dog shit take you could possibly say. It's really bad. It's like you're just oblivious to any criticisms, and you're knocking any criticisms that are actually valid just because you don't like it. It's so weird. Also, these companies make millions of dollars a month. Millions. These are billion-dollar companies. They can make a fucking good story. Do you know what I mean? Rare W Cat say rare. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. The issue with a lot of gacha games is the reason why it could be harder to make a story is because they have to shovel in 2 new characters every fucking patch so they could have a couple of lines so you'll end up pulling for them from the main story. And that constant influx of new characters can make it really hard to make a story that's in depth. That's why stories and gachas can feel really weak is because we constantly have to have a new cast and a new cast refresh every fucking like 3 hours. It's new person, it's a new person, it's another person, include them, include them, include them. That's the way it can feel a lot. It can feel a lot, and I don't like that about gacha games, and it sucks. Maybe we're releasing too many characters. Maybe Honkai is putting out too many characters, and they should do more reruns. It should do something else, but give the patches time to breathe. Give them time to breathe. But I can understand if it's an enclosed patch, an enclosed story, and there's a set cast you'll have over a period of time. I get it. It's like a brand new story, but goddamn, it's annoying.
That are saying, oh, well, just don't use Hyperbloom then. Like, why would I not use what I have in my arsenal? And it's the same thing I'm hearing quite often. All the things I hear people say that they hate about Genshin, they defend vehemently in Honkai Star Rail. I just don't understand why. I don't understand why they give...
Because you're not allowed to criticize Honkai Star Rail.
Drag on Genshin for it. They're both just as bad in my opinion. I know this video is going to get downvoted to hell, but that's
no, you
fine.
make a lot of valid points.
He
makes mostly points people will largely agree with.
In this case, I guess, because I bet most of the people won't really watch past the first 30 seconds. They'll just leave it a downvote, a negative comment, and just go on with their life. And
you're good.
Again, that's just the nature of things. Another thing I know that's going to happen is I'm going to get people in the comments saying you only dislike it because you're a Kuro shill for Wuthering Waves, and that's just not the case. I made my first video about Honkai Star Rail.
Here you go, entire meta team in one patch without previous notice.
April, way before Wuthering Waves came out, and I've always had these opinions about Honkai Star Rail. So it really isn't a case of me wanting to shill for any particular game or
no. He was paid by Tencent to do this take, by the way.
Another one. It's just the way I feel about this. And in fact, I actually have
Kuro shill
in the works right now.
He's a Kuro bot.
Being really quite critical about Wuthering Waves.
He's a Kuro bot.
Not as hard as this video here, but still quite critical. So I don't know. Take that for what it's worth. But to all
do people understand Elden Ring story? No, I just fight the bosses.
You out there that actually watch this video to the end, just know that I greatly appreciate you, even if you disagree with me.
I'm rich now. Yo, can you lend me a $5, bro?
People, you know?
Can you lend me a $5 real quick?
The latest live stream hasn't been announced yet, so I have no idea what the new stuff is going to be like. But honestly, I don't really think it matters to me at all. I'm going to say it again. If you liked Penacony, if you like Honkai Star Rail, all the best to you. I honestly don't really care. It's fine. Like I said, I'm not going to say you're stupid for liking Honkai Star Rail. Everyone likes different things, and these are just the reasons why it doesn't suit my particular taste. It's nothing to do with me not liking story. I do. It's not me not liking turn-based action RPGs. I do. It's just I don't feel like this game respects my time as a player. If they cut out all of the fat and all the redundancy and all this just absolute yap and bloat, I think I'd really enjoy it, but it doesn't. Well, not yet anyway. I haven't even done like a 2.6 and I'm already
do it on stream. Do it on stream, pussy. Do it.
I don't really know what to say about
Do it.
And by the time
he
I
refuses
edit this video,
he refuses to do it. He needs to. It's so mad. He needs to.
So I'm going to be dealing with all that. So everyone's going to be coming off that high for the latest live stream, and they're going to see this video and just absolutely rip into it. And
yep. Yes, we will.
It is what it is. As for me, I'm just going to log in, do my dailies, get my Jades, pull Fugue, because she's literally the only character I'm really hanging about for at the moment, and then I'm just going to peace the fuck out. I play 7 gacha games every day. One of those games
7! Oh my god, bro's a nerd.
And there
bro's
are
a giga nerd.
Coming out in the future.
Bro's a giga nerd, brother.
Say like Duet Net Abyss, Neverness to Everness, Project Mugen, Azure Familia, all these other games, Arknight's Enfield as well is another one. All these games coming out, and I just will not have the time nor energy to go through all those, and so I'm gonna.
This 7 is far too many. Bro's a giga nerd.
Some of the games I'm currently playing.
New dailies right
Honkai
now.
Star Rail is at the top of my list for the reasons I stated in this video. Anyway, yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes, like, comment, subscribe on this video, not his. Unsubscribe from Ryuku Sensei. Subscribe to me, like, comment, sub, and join my Twitch streams at 2 p.m. EST, 7 p.m. GMT every day, alright? And also, follow my Twitch, all that good stuff, alright? Don't subscribe to Ryuku. I hate him. He's a bad guy. He's a bad guy paid by Kuro. Do not subscribe to him at all. Do not subscribe. Don't do that. Yeah, great video by Ryuku. Dude, I love this dude.
Or
he's great. He doesn't yell at me like you do.
No hard feelings. I'll see you in the next one if you ever want to come back to this channel. But for those of you that do want to stick around, then I will see you in the next video.
Yippee! Yippee!
Peace.
Yippee! I played 2 or 3 Gacha at the same time. Bro is a giga Gacha, dude. Ryuki, this was a really well done video. This was a very well done video. It's so good. I'm very happy that it's, I think, majorly positively received. I believe so. Really good. Dude is also just a really good human being. Does he give bad takes sometimes? Yeah. Is he a bit obnoxious? Yeah. Does he think he's always right all the time? Yeah. But no, I'm kidding. I love the dude though. He's great. Wonderful human being. I couldn't ask for, he's a great friend. So go check him out. All that good stuff. All right. I appreciate y'all. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below what you think. Go sub to everybody. I'll see you on Twitch. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.